भाई आपकी लाइफ के 3 बड़े एक दिन के बारे में आपको मैं रिविजिट करवाना चाहता हूँ. द डे योर ग्रैंडफादर डाइड. आपको याद है वो दिन और क्या गुजरी, क्या,
Yeah.
हाउ यू प्रोसेसिंग इन्फॉर्मेशन, कैसा चल रहा था तब? एंड यू वर वेरी यंग.
I was 22.
या.
We were seeing him, deteriorate. My uh, grandfather, he started deteriorating from, almost July onwards, slowly. So we made it a point to have a meal with him at least once a day. We, obviously whenever we were traveling for work or whatever, we tried to come back home. So wo tha, and of course, as a grandchild who is thoroughly spoiled, and for 6 years I was the youngest in the lot.
Yeah.
So I was, his...
You got the pampering.
Yeah, maximum pampering from him. And maximum travels with him and all that. So obviously I was very, very attached. And so was my brother, mom, dad, of course. All of us were attached with him so much that it was a tough time. And to see him become that. But he, till October, till even his last speech that he recorded, and he said he wanted to record and speak at Dasara, which has always been his stage,
his go-to time, yeah.
We used to call it his AGM sort of a meeting, once, or State of the Union meeting.
Yeah.
So he had that willpower to still stand strong. I remember even the former president Pratibha Tai Patil coming over home and meeting him the last few days, and then but those moments and those 4 days that my grandfather was there but not there in that state. I've seen so many people from so many different walks of life, biggest names in India to someone who would not even be known by a neighbor.
Yeah.
All of them come to our home and just pray for him, from all religions, from all regions. And the sight I've seen back then, even after he passed away, and the next day when his procession was on, I get goosebumps even today. That is one sight I will never be able to forget. The amount of people, and
the congregation was immense.
Almost 40 lakh people on the road, and we thought we would never reach. But it was so smooth, and of course the chief minister back then had, he was worried that there might be a stampede or whatever.
Yeah.
But it went so smooth, we didn't know where people came from. We didn't know where they went. But from our home to Shivaji Park, we made it in time. We took him to Sena Bhavan also, which has always been his thing.
Yeah.
And my father, me, my mother, my brother, all of us were standing there just silent, just trying to see what is happening. It was almost like an ocean that we were flowing in.
Yeah.
And I've seen people who were 70, 75 stand near trees and, just be there to take the lavacha. There were people also who were... I was standing right next to my grandfather's, thing, and I was just there next to him, and basically they were sending me a flower so that I could touch it to his feet and give it back. A photo of his, touch it to his feet and give it back. And I'm like, this is what he has built. And there were people whose school admissions he had done, whose jobs he had done, he was a different...
That's a different league.
I knew it back then that probably you'd never get to see this side.